Okay, today I'm going to be showing you the Forex Profit System. Now, basically what this does is this shows you how you can get into a trade and get out of a trade and make profit. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into this. You would have found this under Darren's trading methods. Okay, this one isn't an expert advisor. This one is just setting up an indicator and getting it all set up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through this process. There's a couple of things that you don't worry, you'll get access to this. All right, this will be available for you and you'll be able to look at this, and this will give you a little bit of an in-depth way when you start. Always go with the trend. Okay, if you go against the trend, it's dangerous because it could fall. You could break a support very simply, like here. You can see that a support has broken and then it will fall down, and sometimes it doesn't necessarily go back up to its original state, or it could be a retracement. You know, you gotta be really careful, right? Because you could get burned. All right, so you know this is something you just got to be a bit careful with. So you got a resistance, it goes up, it comes down, it bounces, you got a support, it hits resistance and then comes back down again. Okay, if it breaks, like here it's broke support, well, you know, how long is a piece of string? It could go down, it could keep going down, and this is something you've got to be a bit aware of. All right, so what you would do is make sure you use a stop loss always, normally around about 2%. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk through setting up the Forex Profit System. Okay, now this is a great system. All right, with this system you are using exponential moving average. Okay, so you're using 10, 25 and 50, right? And you're also using Parabolic SAR. Now I've shown you, or you may have even come across, Parabolic SAR EA that I've got, which actually works very, very well as well. And I've had some great profits with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into this. So I'm going to move over to here. You'll see that I've built this. Okay, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how to set this up, because this can catch a few people out. All right, so I'm going to delete this. Oh, actually, no, what I'll do is I'll leave this running. We'll put this down. And then there's another one I'm going to be doing later on. This one was the Asian market, and this one here is where it shows you trend points with inside trades where it's going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and you see, even though it's gone up, it hasn't come across yet with a down. Okay, so you know these are quite accurate, these symbols, and I'm going to. This is called the Scalper X2, which I'm going to show you all about that as well. As you know, I do quite a lot with the Forex Geek free robot. It works really well. What's great about this is that it is really customizable, you know, so you can set this up to work on certain things. This was in a drawdown of over $400. It's now getting into profit of minus 65. I know you might think, well, you're actually losing $65. It's not entirely true. Okay, this was round about 10,200, and you can see that my profit, my balance is 11,081. So the equity is 11,018. So you know, and if you see my last video, which I did, you will see, because I show you the equity and the balance on this, and you'll see it's in the 10,000 mark, and you'll see now that this is nicely approaching and this is going up. Okay, and this is all because of this system which I'm using, which is the Forex Geek, and I use a bearish candle on one of them, and on another one I'm using another system, okay, which you will find because it's the latest one which I've popped on there, so you'll know how to use that. So I just wanted to show you that side of it. So what I want to do now is I want to show you how you're going to set your system up, okay, because this could catch a lot of people out. So the Forex Profit System uses two technical indicators to show you when you should enter and exit a trade. These are called the Parabolic SAR and the Exponential Moving Average 10, 25 and 50. So all it is a 10 is a 10 line, all right, 25 line and a 50 line. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to change these into colors. So you choose your Parabolic SAR as an indicator. Now you can use this on anything, right? You should have these are very simple indicators, so there's no reason why you won't be able to just get these set up. So we're going to show you how we're going to do this. So I'm using a MT4 account. You could do this on the MT5 account as well. All right. In fact, I may just do that. You'll see that I'm running this at the moment. Let's close this down. So let's use. I just want to work out. Give me 5 seconds. Just lost my way. Here we go. Right. That's the problem. You've got so many tabs open. Really, really bad. I shouldn't do that, but I do. Okay, so we're going to set up the EMA 1025 on USD CHF. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. It's on my computer. Okay, so this will be a little bit quicker rather than using my VPS. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just clean this grid up properties, so it's going to be a little bit easy for you to see, like so. Okay, and we want to set this to hour. All right, 1 hour. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to add in the indicators. Now you can go to tools and you can go to options, and it gives you lots of things which you can do here. Okay, if you go to insert and there's indicator, so if you was putting an expert advisor in, you'd go to tools, just in case, because there's a couple of videos, a couple of people saying that they found it difficult to find the expert advisor. So you just got to make sure, take that off, you've got to make sure allow algorithmic trading is on. Okay, when you go to your expert advisors, and then click OK. Right, now I'm not going to jump around anymore now. So we're going to now add our first indicator. So I'm going to go to insert, we're going to go to indicators, we're going to go to trend, and we're going to go to Parabolic SAR. Okay, and now we want to set this up with a step of 0.02 and a maximum of 0.2, and we want this to be red. Okay, so we want to put this to red like so, and we're going to click OK. And what this is very similar to the crocodile, right? You might see this on some of my other trading systems that I've got running as well, but you'll see that it gives you a little bit of an idea of where the market is going. So you can see it's falling, it's going up, it's falling down, so it's giving you a little bit of an idea, right? You can't just rely on one indicator. A lot of people will use naked charts, right? And they would just draw support lines, support and resistance lines, and what they would do is they go to hourly, go to a daily, and they would find like line here and a line here, and they'd go by as many times as it touches the resistance or as many times as it touches the support. That's a good way of doing it, but of course the market is not in a straight line all the time, right? So this is why it does help to have an actual couple of indicators to give you a good idea or an indication of how the actual trade's going to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in another indicator. Now what you would do is you go to insert, you go to indicator, and you would go to trend, and then you want to go to moving average. Click on this, and you want to leave 10. Okay, you want to this one needs to be, just let me sort this out. Yeah, so you want to make sure that the method is exponential. Okay, so we're on period 10 and apply to close, and we just need to make sure we get the right color. So if I go back here, you'll see it will show us anyway on the PDF that I've given you, okay, which you'll have. This is yours to keep. Okay, so there's, you know, it's going to help you immensely. All right, and you'll see that the 10, if we look at the color for the 10, should be pink. The EMA 10 should be pink. Now the idea of this is you'll see that as it goes up and down, there's very important points of entering a trade and exiting a trade, and we're going to explore this a little bit more deeper. Okay, so this is going to give you a good idea. Once you start using this system, you will be able to make profit with it. and you know, once you get the confidence, you then may even move from USD CHF to another completely different strong currency. It's advisable to use a strong currency. The reason why we use USD CHF is because this swings up and down, up and down, up and down. It moves. It's quite volatile, so it's a good one to use. Okay, you could use this in Euro USD, where it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, Euro USD. So this would work well with that one as well. And you could also use this well for stocks. This would be a good one to use for stocks as well. Okay, so we need to make sure that the line that we just created is pink. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to click on pink. This is one here, that would do. I know it's velvet, but it looks pink to me. Right, so that's that pink one. Okay, then we're going to go back to insert. We're going to go to indicators. We're going to go back to trend. We're going to go to moving average. And then we're going to change this to 25. And you want to make sure, again, it's exponential. You want to make sure that it's closed. And this one, you want to make sure is yellow. Okay, and click OK. I think that's right. Memory serves me well. So 25 should be yellow, and EMA 50 is going to be blue. Okay, so we're just going to get rid of this. It's going to be blue. So we're going to go back here. So we're going to do EMA 50. Now, as with any indicators or any systems that you try, it's trial and error. So it's how you've used something, okay, which normally gives you an indication of how you can actually make something work for it to be better. Right, that's going to be blue. That's that one there. Okay, so we've got this, right? And if we shrink that down, you'll see that you've got an indication now what's going on. Now, what you've got to bear in mind, okay, is this is an hourly chart. It's on a Friday. Things quieten down normally on a Friday. Okay, so this will probably go a little bit parabolic on Monday, right? Because it will start all up again. But it just gives you an idea of how you're going to set this up. Now, what you need to know now is how you're actually going to read the charts to enter a trade. So, when to enter a trade. Okay, so the FBS indicator tells you when to get into a trade when the EMA 10 crosses the 25 and the 50. So this is when, okay, the pink line crosses the 25 and the 50. All right, so you can see that the EM10, which is this one here, see if we blow this up, the EM10 is crossed. It's crossed the 25 and the 50. Okay, so this will be a good indication when to get into the trade. All right, now you might be asking yourself, okay, when is a good time to get out of the trade, right? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to just go through this a little bit more in depth. So the EMA 10 crosses the 25 and the 50. If the 10 crosses the 25 and the 50, up from the bottom, you enter your trade as a long, okay, and a buy trade. If the 10 crosses the 25 and the 50 down from the top, you go to short, okay. So what this means is if you cross the 25 and the 50 down, then this is when you go to a short and sell. So this is a sell trade. Make sure that when you get into your trade that the Parabolic SAR is on the bottom when you go long and on the top when you go short. So this is these speckles, okay? So you need these, okay, to be on the bottom when you go long and on the top when you go short, okay? So bullish, and this one down here is bearish. Okay, so this gives you a little bit of an idea. All right, so you're aware of that. Okay, so in the example above, on October the 5th, there was a great opportunity to go long on the USD CHF pair. Okay, where a circle labeled enter. Right. Okay, so this is the circle, and this is where there was an entrance point. Great entrance point here. Okay, and you can see this just went up and up and up. So it's very, very profitable, this was. Okay, so notice how the EMA 10 crossed up, and the 25 and the 50 and the Parabolic SAR was on the bottom. Okay, so that's your Parabolic SAR, and notice how the 10 is crossed up. Okay, so you got that. Okay, so if you're trading the hourly charts like in the above example, make sure that the 15-minute charts Parabolic SAR is going the same way. Simply click on the arrow besides the 60-minute and change it to 15, and your studies will automatically adjust to the new time frame. Never trade against the 50-minute Parabolic SAR, okay? But you just use that as an indication. Okay, so if we go back to our actual, and now if we use the 15-minute window, you'll see that it's more, you can see where it's crossing. Okay, now remember, this isn't an indication by any stretch of imagination of when to get into this market, right? Because you need to make sure you do your own due diligence. You need to make sure that you run this on the demo account first and test this to make sure that you give it an idea and an indication of what is going on. And remember that you need to make sure that the 10 is crossing, okay, the 25 and the 50. Very, very important. So the pink line has to be crossing the yellow and the blue line, okay, like so. And you'll see in this drawing here, it shows you that it's actually doing that, okay, where it's crossing. So you can see where it's crossing across. This is where you enter the trade. This is where you're going to exit the trade, okay. Okay, so hopefully that's going to give you an indication of what's going on. So the best time to exit a trade is when the price crosses back down through all three EMAs on the chart. Notice in the above example that the dark blue line, which is the actual price of USD CHF, okay, so the dark blue line is your price, okay, on the CHF. The actual price USD CHF on the 20th crossed back down all three indicators where it's been circled exit. If you held this position all week, you could have made 275 pip profit. Okay, so this is where it's really powerful. And this is where also I'm going to be showing you how my Asian markets, which I'm going to be showing, this probably will be the next video which I'm going to be showing you, is this one here. So look. This one here, these are the Asian market. Okay, and I'm going to show you how you can trade the Asian market at certain time frames. You can see you can get in 184 pip, 288 pip, 226 pip, 454 pip, 508 pips. Okay, so look forward to that, because that's going to be quite interesting once we get into that one. But for the meantime, we're just jumping into this. Now, hopefully I'm not confusing you too much, but I just wanted to bring that up so it shows you roughly what 275 pips is going to allow you to achieve. Okay, with one lot trading on the standard cam, this would have been approximately 1,780 in profit. With two lots, it would be 3,560. This is a mini account which has profited $178 and $356 respectively. If you profited 275 pips with Euro USD or GBP USD, you would have made approximately £10 per pip, which you would have made 2,750 with one lot and 5,500 with two lots traded. So that's not bad for a week's trade, right? Where to set the stop loss? When you open a demo account, you will find on the online trading platform, you'll always be able to enter a stop order level. This is automatically stop out your trade at the level you set, or a limit order that will close your position at your desired profit level. So using the FPS means you should always set the level just below the EM50. Okay, so your EM50, which is your blue line. Let's just double check that. If we click on here, incidentally, if you want to see where your indicators are, right mouse click and you want to go to indicator list, and then you can choose if you want to update your parabolic SAR, your moving average, okay, which this one is 10, this one here is 25, so this one here is 50. So we're going to click on here, we're going to open up properties, and you'll see that I've got blue. Okay, so what this means is this actually shows you the stop loss where you would actually put it with inside the trade. So we need to make sure we set this back to an hour. Just always make sure you set up with inside your 1 hour time frame, and you'll know that at the moment, you know, you wouldn't be doing a trade anyway. There's not actually anything there, but what you do is you use your actual moving average, exponential moving average, as your blue line as your stop loss. Okay, so if it's below here, all right, you would then just go just a fraction below that, just to allow for any false moves. Okay, and then what will happen is if the market comes down, it hits that and then goes back up, then obviously that's going to stop you out, which is going to also stop you from losing more money if it's a buy trade. Okay, and vice versa, if it's if you find that you are, see if we can find something which will give a good indication. So this is a perfect indication here, right? Obviously it doesn't allow me to go back that far. Right, so I'm going to try and show you. So if we go for this example here, right, where it is coming down and it's going back down, okay, you've got the parabolic which is telling you that this is falling, all right, and this level here, this is where you would put your stop loss, just above the blue line. All right, so if we go here, you put your stop loss roughly somewhere around there. Okay, because then what will happen is it goes down. Okay, if it reverses, comes back up, hits your stop loss, then obviously you're out of the trade. But you're very minimal to what you've lost, because you would have got in at this sort of point as well. Okay, because the parabolic SAR is telling you it's going down. It's crossed the lines, all right, so it's giving you that indication that it's going to fall anyway. So that's what you want to do. Okay, so basically, let's just take this off pen. So using the 50-minute charts is more volatile, but it will give you more trades on an intraday basis. On the example, if you could have sold USD CHF short at 1.5060 and close your position at 1.5000 for a 60 pip profit. Okay, so again, you know, you can make some quite manageable amounts of money just by using this system, because 60 pips, depending on what time frame, this could be $2 a pip if you're running from a $500 account. So you know, it's just something to bear information with. Okay, so on one note of caution, trading the 50-minute charts, there are often times when the price will whipsaw back and forth and down and through the 10, 25 and 50 moving averages. If this happens soon after you enter the trade, close your position and wait till the moving averages fan out and the parabolic SAR signal starts to be strong. Personally, I would only trade on 1 hour. I think you're gambling in some ways when you're doing 15-minute time frames, because the longer the trade, the better the trade in some respects, because it just means that you're going to be going after longer pips. So that's what I would be interested in doing. If you are interested in scalping, this is a scalping method which is right here, okay, and this is available with inside that as well. So, and this will show you how to set this up using MACD as well as a volume indicator and Bollinger Bands. So you've got all this great stuff to look forward to, and it also gives you MACD histogram as well, relative strength index, slow stochastic. There's lots and lots of things here which are really going to help you. A lot of this is with inside expert advisors anyway, so you'll see that these are going to, once you get the hang of these, this is going to give you a really good indication of what you can do. And of course, a lot of people will ask you, what is the best time to trade? Well, because Forex market is open 24 hours a day and trading on a global scale, the question to ask is, when should I trade? Well, the good news is that no matter what time frame or hemisphere you live globally, there are always good opportunities to trade. Okay, so the three major trading sessions are as follows, and this is all in Eastern Standard Time. Is New York open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is a good time to trade. The Japanese to Australia, okay, which is 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. and then London open, which is 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. So this gives you a little bit of an indication of what times that you might consider wanting to trade. So often the best time to trade is at the beginning of the 3 to 5 hours of the above mentioned opening times, because the major currency pairs tend to move the most in a particular direction. That's one of the things I was going to show you in the Asian market in one of the indicators that I've got, which is going to be another video to look forward to, which will be set up and it will be with inside this actual trading selection inside the academy, okay, because this is a actual strategy and method. These are going to be separate from indicators that I am giving out, because this is an actual one where we'll do it over the shoulder and I'll show you how to set it all up, etc. So remember, you get this PDF anyway, all right? It will be a little bit more revised when you get it. It's going to give you a good foundation of how to set this up, what to look out for. As I've always said, you want to make sure that you look out for some great news groups. Another great news group you can use is called FX Street. This is really cool, because if you're trading certain points, this will give you movements inside the market and what is going on. You can see that USGDP, okay, Bitcoin, it's got lots and lots of stuff. Gold is still going up, crazy, right? But gold doesn't seem to be slowing down at the moment. It seems to be going up. Obviously it may have slowed down when you're watching this video, because this video might be a little bit older, so don't go by my recommendations of saying go into gold now, because I will never be saying that. But you'll be seeing that the Euro JPY, you can see that it shows you a buying, a selling, a buy, a sell, and it shows you what the profit margins would have been. So there's lots and lots of information here. Economic calendar. This is very good, but this breaks this down. Normally you have 3 ball news, okay, 2 ball news, 1 ball news, and you always make sure you don't trade before, an hour before and an hour after. News is very volatile, because you can end up taking out your stop loss. That's why a lot of people, when they've got like £100,000 account and they're only doing 0.01 trades, they will not use a stop loss, because it will go up and down, because they've got a vast amount inside their account. It's not going to blow their account out, okay? So it's that way of looking at it. So you can see that USD is showing you these points here, and this is Friday the April the 19th. This is Saturday. This one's real-time rates, and what this does, this is almost like a hot plate. It will show you going into bull and going into bearish points, and it's showing you when the last bid was and asking points. And this is very good, because this is going to show you the volatility. It's also going to show you the trend. You can see that GBP USD at the moment is strongly bearish and Euro GBP is strongly bullish, okay? So it's giving you an indication that you could go in, and it's also showing it's overbought and it's oversold, okay? So these are high volatility points where you can give you great ideas and points to get into the market. So this is just another one. This is called fxstreet.com, and what I'm trying to do now is every time I actually pop a trading method in, I'm going to put one of these on the end, which is great for you, because it will just give you another weapon you can use in trading, which is really going to help you. And you can see that it does give you a couple of sponsors in here. I'm not affiliated to this system at all, okay? This is just really information for you. And you can see that there's the economic calendar. If you come down here, you'll be able to get access to it. This is going to give you lots and lots of information, which is really going to help you a lot, okay? Same as the analysts. If you click on the analysts here, you can go straight into USD, commodities, stocks, support and resistant lines. So this is really good. If we click on here, it's going to show you good support resistant lines, which are normally repeated every year on some of the trades, okay? So this one here shows 05920 on NZD USD. This is a rebound, okay? So what this means is this could hit this and then it could go back up. So this could be a great time to get into this actual trade. And you can see there's strategies, chart patterns, there's lots and lots of great stuff here which is really going to help you. This is a little bit more livelier when the markets are open, because at the moment the markets are shut, but it gives you a great idea of what you can use. Latest support and resistance analysts, you see here this gold, and you can see that we get support and resistant levels. You can see it's showing you, and they're using the SMA 200, SMA, which is simple moving average 200, simple moving average 100, and exponential moving average of 50. Okay, so yeah, these are very powerful indicators, and this is for Euro USD, which is running at the moment. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to pause this till close. So hopefully this is going to give you an idea. There's nothing to worry too much about setting this up. You'll use any chart. You can use this on MT4 and MT5. You can use this, on any trade you like, really. You can use this on TradingView. You can see that if I wanted to, I could put this. I've got this on my IC markets. Okay. But if I wanted to actually put this on my own IC markets, which I've done, okay, this is an account that I opened up. I had I think I started it with $100. I've been doing a few demos on it, and it was at $98. It's now $120, and that's just simply by using some of these systems that I've got running in here, and I just leave them running. And this will not EA, it's not an EA on this, okay? So this just shows you certain points that you can get into the market and get out of the market. Just make sure that you run on a demo account first before you do anything else. It's very, very important. And also make sure that you study this PDF, because this is really going to give you lots and lots of information, which a lot of people aren't going to give you, all right? And you're gonna get your hands almost on a money-making machine, if you like. And I don't normally say that half-heartedly, because what I mean by this is this generally is giving you a blueprint which makes money. It does work, okay, if you follow and you do your own testing, etc. Then you'll see that this system will start to be quite profitable. So that's it. All the very best until my next video. Cheers. Bye now.